everybody. This is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay and creator of the Mighty Mascots, and I'm here with December's Indie Comic recommendations. All right, before we get into that, just want to remind everybody, Mighty Mascots 7, 8, and 9 still live on Indiegogo. The latest update is we are almost finished number 8. We have about just the artwork is done, pencils and inks. And Anton is in the midst of coloring it. So I think we got about 8 pages done. Issue 7's complete. Issue 9, the script is done. The thumbnails are done. And Ian will be launching right into that one as soon as he finishes 8. So we're chugging right along. I'm hoping I could still be on schedule and deliver all 3 issues by the summer like planned. So check it out if you haven't backed it yet, or you still got time. I know Christmas is coming up, so it's kind of not the best time to be buying stuff, but you never know. This might be a great Christmas gift for people. We for the geek in your life, we got the unlocked pirate patch, and we just added the lunchbox. So check it out. I think these 3 issues are going to be a lot of fun. Up the stakes a little bit in the Mighty Mascot universe, so check that out. It's going to be live for a little, at least into 2023. So probably early, spring or whatever. May end it sometime in the winter. I don't know. We'll see how things progress. And then, once we get to that point, I will let you guys know. All right. So this month is I'm doing these once a month, usually right at the beginning of the month. This is Indie Comic recommendations. Now these are recommendations. I've gone through I go through my previews catalog every month when I'm putting my order together. I usually order my books from DCBS, so shout out to them. So every month I do have to go through the previews catalog. So I figured I'd throw out some recommendations on stuff that I'm definitely going to check out. I don't recommend everything. I just recommend like a few books that I caught my eye, that look pretty cool, and that I definitely want to check it out. The interesting thing this month, though, is 2 of the books that I'm going to preview were actually made by friends of mine. So that's kind of cool. So I'm throwing them. I'm not only just recommending because they're my friends, but also because I've read the first issues of both of these books, and they're actually really good. So I think you should check them out. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at this month's recommendations. So the first one that caught my eye is this one. It's called Liquid Kill. It's from a new publisher called Whatnot Publishing. Now, I know there's an app online called Whatnot, and I don't know if this is tied in with it. And Whatnot is, from what I've heard, is like an auction kind of website or an app. I have to look into it sometime, where people can go on there and they auction off stuff, like high-end creators and things like that. But if this is them, they're getting into the publishing game. And this first book looks great. It's called Liquid Kill. It's I read the description. It sounds like it's very cyberpunk, about vigilantes that slaughter people. It sounds like it, according to the description here, it's Ghost in the Shell meets John Wick, which sounds kind of cool to me. The cover and this artwork image looks great. I've never heard of these creators, but hey, if you catch me with a nice cover and the description sounds kind of cool, I'm interested in checking it out. So this one looks really cool. So if you're like me and you want to check it out, just a reminder that the previews code is what you want to give your retailer. Either bring it into the comic store, or when you do the order, you can just, punch in this code right here, December 22, 1745. And that's how they find the issue when they're ordering, and they can order it for you. So check that one out. I think that one looks really cool. There's no previews, unfortunately, so it's just that cover image, but I'm willing to give it a shot, especially a new publisher too. That's always kind of interesting. So, all right, second one. So this is the first one by a friend of mine, Joe Schmalke, and it's putting out by CEX. I think that's a comic experience. I've actually read the first issue of this, 7 Years in Darkness. Joe is both the writer and artist on it. It's kind of like if Harry Potter was like a horror movie. It's like this black magic academy that goes and tries to recruit, children and basically whittle it down to like the seven best kids, or something like that. And I've read the first one. I'm eagerly awaiting more. So I'm definitely looking forward to when Joe gets this out. So I may skip buying number one since I already have it, but I may get the rest of this series, like either through Joe himself, who I see it multiple times a year at conventions, or I may just order it on CEX and give him a boost that way. So maybe, I don't know. I'll have to message him. Maybe that's whatever makes more sense for him. I don't know. Maybe it's better to order through here. But Joe's a good guy and he's a good writer and good artist. So check this out. The code is right here, diamond code. Plug that in, like I said, and order it. Help Joe out. And usually, I'll throw out a plug too for the One Stop Shop in Clinton. Another bunch of good dudes work there. They do a lot of exclusive covers, so I'm assuming if there's an exclusive cover for this, they're gonna have it. So, check out their website if you're into the variant cover thing. All right, good job, Joe. This looks great. I love the first issue, so I'm hoping. Can't wait to read the rest. All right, so next one is this one. It's from Image Comics called Local Man. This looks kind of interesting. It's a book, and then it's got a flip book on the other side. So it sounds like it's set or trying to do something in. You can see in the image here, like something in the Image superhero universe. So it sounds like it's like about a hero that's down on his luck. So you're going to have the main story, but on the flip book on the other side is going to be like a superhero flashback, like told in like a classic story of the character when he was, in his glory days, I guess. But I like that stuff, So I like a good superhero book. I think this cover looks very interesting. So I definitely want to check this out. This looks like it's going to be kind of fun. And so, yeah, I'm a sucker for the 90s kind of characters. And I don't know if that's what this is, but just from the banner here, it looks like it could be like a bed, like a young blood or, what was that? Not Gen X. I forget what the other team was. But yeah, I love that 90s stuff. So yeah, this looks cool. I definitely want to check it out. And it's Tim Seeley, who I've only read a few things by, but I really like what I've read. And so yeah, I'm willing to get in on the ground floor on this one. I think it's great. So if you're interested in ordering it, the code is right there. Give that to your shop and, tell them you got some good recommendations from ICR. All right. Next one is the other friend of mine, Eric Radvon, who this is, I believe the first time I think he has a book coming out through Diamond, from this new publisher, Blood Moon. But it's Lady Dark. This is a book I backed on Kickstarter when Eric was doing the Kickstarter for this. I want to say a year or two ago. But I really liked it. Another superhero book. It reminds me a lot of like Spawn, mixed with a little bit of Spider-Man, that kind of thing. But really cool character, really great female character. It's well drawn, and I really like, like she has a cool like energy weapon that can morph into different kind of energy like weapons, like swords and maces and things like that. It's pure superhero fun, but it also has like a cool legacy to it, kind of like the way Spawn has like, medieval Spawn or Western gunslinger Spawn, things like that. But yeah, this is great. And I've read number one, and I backed the Kickstarter for number two. So I should be getting that soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more from this. And I'm glad that he he was able to find a publisher for this, because I think it's a book that's worthy to go out in the world, So, and check out Eric and Joe. They often at my show, Plastic City Comic-Con. So if you ever come down to that show, they usually both are there. So you can get this stuff signed if you pick it up. So this is the diamond code that you want to give your retailer, or your, wherever you order it. Give that to them and tell them you want Lady Dark. All right. Next recommendation is this one from Dark Horse Comics called Blue Book. I've said on this show many times that I love James Tinian's writing. And I guess this is a book depicting real, true life UFO encounters. And it's, Klaus Jansen's doing the art and Michael A. Van Oming. So this is great stuff. I think from what I know about James Tinian, this was a comic story that was done on his Substack. You know how they were talking about how the creators were going there to create new comics. And I think, the Substack readers probably have already read all this. And this is just like finally trickling over to us people that are cheap bastards that haven't gotten the Substack, but I prefer getting the physical book anyway. So, I'm not a digital guy, so I want the physical. So this looks great. I'm not much of a UFO guy, but I will check this out. I think this is cool. I think it's a mini series from what I read. But I'll get all the issues just because I'm a big fan of all of these creators actually on this book. So this is kind of cool. I like it. True weird stories, it says. So if you want to get this one, Dark Horse. Most comic stores will get Dark Horse stuff. The diamond code is right there. So check that out. Give that to your retailer. And then our final book is another Image one. This is Blood Tree. It's written by Peter Tomasi, who I really like his writing. He was the guy that did the Super Sons book for DC when it first came out. And he writes great superhero stories. He was doing Superman for a while, and I think he's worked on Batman and a few other books. But I really like Tomasi's writing a lot, and this looks interesting. It's about it sounds like it's about a serial killer who kills, goes after murderers' innocent family members, and there's like two NYPD detectives trying to stop him. And now it says it's a series premiere. I don't know how long that'll go. It sounds like it's got a finite thing, but maybe it, I don't know, maybe it's got some legs to go further than that. I also noticed it's put out by Mad Ghost, which I think is Jeff Johns' imprint. So this looks great. This cover looks like it's Gary Frank, but I can't tell. If it looks very Gary Frank artwork. But I mean, this image alone looks really cool. This looks like kind of like a Dexter kind of thing, or something, one of those kind of shows, like where it's like just serial killers, but it has like a weird twist to it or something, So yeah, this looks fun. No, maybe not fun, but this looks interesting and engaging. And so that diamond code is right here as well. Tell your comic store you want Blood Tree. Interesting. Oh, I guess because of Family Tree. Okay, I was gonna say, why is it called Blood Tree? But yeah, this looks cool. All right, so that is it for this month's indie recommendations. I usually highlight 4 to 6 books that I see that I think look really cool, and I'm gonna order all of these. Or like I said, with Lady Dark and 7 Years of Darkness, I already have the first issue, so I will probably get the rest as they come out. But you guys should, if you haven't read them, definitely check them out. Support those guys. 2 indie creators that are great, and they deserve to be published. So definitely check them out, and then check out all these other books that I highlighted. I think they're, when people talk about that there's not good indie comics or indie comics in general, it's not true. You got to really look and find the great stuff out there. It is there, so. All right, everybody. Thank you again for watching. We really appreciate it here on the channel. If you know other people that like this kind of stuff, send them our way. We love new subscribers. We love to get the word out about indie comics and how great they are. And so have a great week. And we will talk to you later and read some comics. All right. Thanks, everybody. All right. Bye.